Are you proud that your members of parliament were whipped against voting for an amendment that would have prevented Afghans who had aided or supported His Majesty's Armed Forces in Afghanistan from being sent to Rwanda? Is that something that makes you proud?
I really disagree with that characterisation, and given we've just had all these debates in Parliament about Opposition Day debates and what they do to MPs and intimidation, I actually think characterising like that is deeply unhelpful. No,
well,
we have a plan. I'll answer the question.
I resent your characterisation. I'm asking you a perfectly reasonable question. There are people coming to our shores
your framing
who have
of the
previously aided and abetted
again,
you've asked the question,
and I would appreciate the opportunity to answer it.
And you whipped your MPs against an amendment which would have prevented them from being deported to Rwanda. I'm asking you whether you're proud of that policy. That's all I'm asking.
Now hear from the Prime Minister. You've interrupted him twice.
We have a very clear obligation to make sure that we support those who aided us in Afghanistan, and we are delivering on that. We have multiple different schemes, which I've discussed in this committee in the past, 3 strands of them. Those schemes are operating and bringing thousands of Afghans safely to the UK in a way which is sustainable and where we can provide them with the appropriate support they need when they are here. And that is part of a broader approach that has welcomed 500,000 refugees to this country from varying different countries over the past several years. So we have a proud and compassionate record of making sure we support people who need that help, but it needs to be done in a legal way, and it needs to be done in a way that is sustainable for local communities and for the individuals concerned, so that we can provide them with the support that we need. And that's why we believe that our schemes, whether that's ARAP or ARCS, are the right way to do that. Other people will have their views, but we believe our way is the right way, and that's because we do believe we have an obligation and we're delivering on it.
Thank you, Chair. Some of the most popular e-petitions on the government website at the moment regard the situation in Israel and Gaza, and following the UN Security Council's resolution to call for an immediate ceasefire, what steps will the UK government be doing to ensure that that is implemented in terms of using economic and diplomatic levers?
Yes, well, we were pleased to support the resolution at the UN because it was consistent with our position, which is for an immediate, sustained humanitarian pause, which would allow for the safe release of hostages, more aid into Gaza, and provide the, a platform for a more lasting, durable ceasefire. We will continue to do everything we can, both ask Israel at all levels to comply with international humanitarian law, to improve the provision of humanitarian aid into Gaza, but also continue to call on Hamas and work with countries like Egypt and Qatar to unconditionally release the hostages.